Welcome back to the channel. Here we are playing 2d6 Dungeon again. Continuing on with level 3. 2d6 Dungeon is created by Toby Lancaster. His links are in the description. I'm using Talespire for mapping of level 3. I had originally started mapping level 1 and level 2 using Arkenforge. I wanted to try out Talespire here for a level. I don't see any reason why not. Should be finding the steps down to level 4, and we get to decide, do we want to continue using Talespire for level 4, or should I go back to using Arkenforge? Which is better? They both, in my opinion, have pros and cons. The biggest con of Talespire is the variety of items and things that I can place. I do like both methods. They both, as far as mapping and decorating the rooms is concerned, they both take about the same amount of time to do. So time wise, there's no difference to me. I enjoy using both Arkenforge and Talespire, so to me it don't matter which one I use going forward. I'll let you throw a comment in and let me know which one you would prefer me to use for level 4. When we left off, we were at a door, a wooden door. We were just going to pop in and see what kind of room we had here to fill in a gap. And then after dealing with that room, we're going to head over this direction here to run down this way. Let's check to see if the door's locked. I do know that with the lockpicks we have, we're pretty much guaranteed to unlock it if it is locked, but we'll still check it. We have a 5, and that would be a not locked door. So let's find out what's beyond it. Alright, here we go. Let's open this door and see what's beyond. What we have is a coffin room. It is a musty space filled with wooden coffins. There are some smashed, and all is silent. As a take a look inside and see what we got. On a 1 or 2 we get a zombie. A 3 or 4 we get nothing. A 5 or 6 we get something. Yay! Just lying at the foot of one of the coffins is a rune stone. I get to roll on the runes table. This is the first rune stone that I found. Kirby's Balance rune, and it's applied to a melee weapon. Next time we go to town, which we could, this makes the weapon slightly more honed and balanced and add 1 damage to 1 maneuver. This is transferable if that maneuver is ever swapped out. Oh, they're small items, I guess. Alright, we are good to go. This room's not too big. We have 2 openings though. 2 doors. Fill in the little holes. So let's check this one. Now let's see if the door's locked or not, and then open it. Because if it's locked, we can unlock it. It don't matter. We're going through this door. Not locked. Opening it up, we get enter this room. And what we find is standing in the center is a self-contained miniature temple of white granite. Look around the structure, and I gotta make a precision check of 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. So unfortunately we didn't pass the precision check. So we didn't find any secret things around this little temple. And that's the end of that area. So we can go back this way. Why is he not turning? Alright, let's see if it's locked. It is locked. So we're going to have to burn one of our lock picks. Let's see the quality of the lock. Ooh, it is an 11. It's a good vlog. I think we're going to use one of our lockpicks +3. We will add our precision to it. +2, either way. We have +5 on this roll. And we have to be 11 or higher. 7. And we just make it. That was actually a difficult lock. We open the door and enter into a dead-end hallway. Knock one of our locks off of here. And so we finished off this little area. We'll move on out this way, back past the skeleton, past the Tomb Raider, over to this archway. Stepping through the archway here, we enter into a family tomb with several alcoves. Chambers lined with alcoves, which appear to be urns with family names around it. I'm going to continue with the no digging through people's ashes. We find loot. We have 2 exits here. One to the north, which really won't go too far, and one to the south will be the direction we want to go in. Find out what we get over this way. Stepping through that archway, we run into another short corridor with 1 exit. Entering into that corridor, passing through its archway again, we have 2 exits to choose from, and we will go. Stepping through that archway, we enter into a small room that has an urn on a pedestal. I could search the urn, but again, not digging through ashes. We have 1 more exit here. So let's continue this way. We are heading south in the right direction. Now, stepping through this archway, we find an interesting thing. We have a short corridor with an exit to the south, and it connects back over here. It was close enough, I just extended this out an extra block so they actually connected up. So no reason to re-roll just for 1 extra square and continuing the hallway. So that works out. We'll continue south here. Stepping through this archway here, we walk into a very large room, one of the largest we've rolled. We find a vanished den. In the corner of this room, it has been sectioned off with wooden coffins. Behind is a light, and you step back as 2 vanished emerge and attack. If I survive, I get to roll chest table. The vanished are rumored to be wayward souls who have disappeared from the surface and end up corrupted by the same dark magic that animates the dead. They hide in the shadows. Their maneuvers are dagger stab and sidekick, which our metal bracers will help with the dagger stab. That's about it. Their interrupts, they have a dark aura on secondary 4s and 6s, which would be our heavy slash. We have a -2, so our heavy slash would end up being just a straight dice roll. Our head mask on primary 1s, they have a -1 damage, which we don't have any maneuvers that would be covered by that. So just our heavy slash is affected by their maneuver or their interrupts. They are an undead creature, 12 hit points each and 30 experience points each. Stop around 1, our turn to attack the vanished. I think, actually, we're going to use one of our throwing daggers first. If there's 2 of them, we're going to burn through some of our stuff. We're going to use one of our +3s to throw at these the vanished, starting with the left. We shall use our +1s. I always hit our primary 1, so they have a -1 on this attack roll from that. So just a straight damage. A throwing knife does 4 points of damage. Since we lost our +1, it's just straight 4 points of damage. bringing that one to 8. Take one of those off and see if we can recover that later. That was our throwing knife. Now we get to do our regular attack roll. It was a 1 and a 4 and 2 shifts. We're not making a hit with our regular sword. Over to the first vanished turn. He's gonna swing at us. 1 5 and 1 shift. We're not turning that into a hit. Over to the second vanished. Round 1 here with a 6 3. And 1 shift is not able to be turned into a maneuver. Back to our turn at the top of round 2. Swinging at the one on the left. We have a 2 and a 2 with 2 shifts. We are not turning that into a hit. Why would anybody hit? We just swing it in air. My dice hate me. On to the first vanished turn for round 2. We get a 6 and a 1 and only 1 shift, so no hitting. Over to the second vanished for round 2 with a 4 or a 6 and a 4. We're getting closer. Somebody's going to hit eventually, but not this round. Our turn here for round 3. Swinging at the left vanished. And a 1 and a 5. No hits. Left vanished turn for round 3. We get a 1 and a 5. And the other vanished turn. We have a 6 and a 5. That's getting close, but still not a hit. Jumping into round 4 with our turn, and we're continuing to swing at the air. Vanished 1, and a 1 and a 3. We do have an additional shift, but 3 shifts is not enough to turn that 1 into a 5, so we cannot make that a hit. Vanished 1 turn here with a 5 and a 6. Now they can turn that 5 into a 4 to create a sidekick. D6 minus 3 for 0 points of damage. Vanish number 2. A 3 and a 3. We're able to shift that 3 into a 2 to create a dagger stab, which we will have our metal bracers help with a minus 2 on their damage. We're only rolling a d3. That is 2 minus 2 for 0 points of damage. Top of round 5, our turn, we get a 5-5. We're capable of shifting that 5 into a 3 with 2 shifts, creating a lunging thrust, or a lot. 11 points of damage there, bringing him right down to dead. Over to Vanish number 2's turn, with a 2-2, capable of turning that 2 into a 3 for another dagger stab, and 0 points of damage again. Top of round 6 in our turn here to attack the last vanished. We have 3 extra shifts. With a 1 and a 2, we're going to need everything we got. 4 shifts will get that 1 to a 5, leaving us with 1 extra shift to take the 2 into a 3. Make a lunging thrust at the remaining vanished. 9 points of damage there, bringing him down to 3 health. The vanished turn here in round 6 with a mishap attack roll. Black pus bursts from under its mask, making it fall back screaming and miss the next round. It fails this round and doesn't attack next round, which hopefully it doesn't survive next round. Top of round 7, it's our turn to attack the vanished. A 3 and a 6. 5 shifts. What can we do with 5 shifts? What can we turn that into? 3 shifts to take the 6 to a 3, and 2 shifts to take the 3 to a 5. Create a lunging thrust. And we overkilled. 11 points of damage. And he only had 3 left, and he was stumbling. And now he's dead. As far as treasure is concerned, both of them appear to have a pouch, some gold pieces. Before we do that, let's get our 60 experience points, 30 points each, bringing us up to 1440. And now let's check our treasures, our pouches. One pouch is empty, and the other pouch has some silver pieces in it. 11 silver pieces, silver coins in the second pouch. Let's put those on our sheet. And let's get our gold pieces while we're at it. There's 2 of them, so 6 gold pieces. And we'll add 2 extra pouches to our pouch collection. Let's get the vanished off of our screen. Let's see what we got here. There is a chest inside here. Let's see what we got in our chest. CT2+2. Tipping the chest over, we find a collection of objects, including a purse containing 2d6 plus 20 silver pieces and a bracelet worth 1d6 plus 10 gold pieces. Let's see how many silver we get. 29 silver and a 14 gold piece bracelet. I'm just going to add an extra pouch to cover the purse. It's going to cost the same if I sell it. And then the bracelet. Exit here. Let's see what kind of room we got. Passing through this archway, we enter into a wonderful room. It is a wrecked space. 3 stone tombs have been smashed to pieces here. Chunks of stone litter the floor. Stumble through the room. I had to make a precision check. Otherwise lose 2 health. And then as I make my way across the space, I hear a mechanical sound and metal spikes shoot up from below, and I'm going to have to roll a d6 and add my shift to avoid damage from that. So precision check first. Need a 6 or better. There we go. Very good on the precision check. And now for avoiding the spikes. 5, 6, 7. We need an 8 or better to avoid those. So we're going to take 4 points of damage. Bringing us down to 49. Continue over to the next archway here. Let's pass through this archway and enter into the next room here. It is a simple stone sarcophagus within the space. There is one exit over here that is an archway. The surfaces of the sarcophagus is rough with no markings. As we are looking at it, the lid pushes away and an ashen fex rises. I'm gonna use this guy. Here's what one looks like. The ashen souls are undead, touched by Meduva, yet their bodies are preserved and filled with metamorphic energies as they flux between death and life, the imbalance driving them insane. They have maneuvers of a blunted blade and an extended jaw, and our banded shield offers resistance to the extended jaw. Their interrupts are tough hide on primary 3, 4s, and 5s. They have a -2. Our lunging thrust is affected by our lunging thrust will be affected by the tough hide. We'll only have a +3 on the modifier for that. Top of round 1, our turn. We're going to attack him as quickly as we can. Let's throw an axe at him. Got a nice axe. Let's throw that at him. And that was a primary 4 on that roll, so the axe will take a -2 for a standard 9 points of damage to it. Cutting it down in half right off the bat. We get our throwing axe out of our inventory. I forgot to recover or attempt to recover the knife. So we just short a knife now. We'll put 2 stars next to it. indicate that it's been thrown. And then I gotta check and see if I get it back. Now for our attack roll with our regular sword. We're gonna start good with a 3-5, an exact strike with the lunging thrust. Oh, we have D6 +5 -2 +2 from shift. We're back to +5 total, and 6 points of damage. Bringing it down to 3 health. We're off to a quick start. But now it's the Ashen Flex's turn. Not what I want to do. Let's see what he does. Oh, strongest creature we've run into on the level, and he's doing horribly. Mishap. A creature seems paralyzed. Their interrupt stats have no effect on the next combat round. We stop a combat round 2 with us attacking. No interrupt problems. We have 2 shifts, and we can't do anything with that kind of roll for 2 shifts. Ashen's turn for round 2. A 2 and a 5, and 2 shifts are not enough to make that a hit, so we miss. Stop around 3, our turn to attack, and a 1-2 does nothing for us. Ashen's turn for round 2, we get a 6-1. 2 shifts is not going to do much there for them. Top round 4, our turn with an extra shift. That is a 5-2, and we can shift that 2 into a 3 to make a lunging thrust with a 6 + 3. There we go. Why couldn't we do that the first time? Dealing 8 points of damage. I'm bringing him dead. The Ashen Flex has no treasure, and the room, we're able to search his sarcophagus and see what's in there. We do want to get our experience points, because that is a lot to forget this time, as I'm prone to do. Brings us up to 1570. Let's get him out of the way, and then we can check our sarcophagus here. The stone space is clean and rough. There's nothing here. We are at the end here. Passing through the archway, we enter into a room here that is another gated tomb. In the center of the room is a coffin. It's surrounded by an iron gate and fence. The gate is locked, but we're able to unlock it pretty simply. We have plenty of resources for that. There are 2 exits. Let's check the quality of the lock. There's a lock -1, so we have just a 6. And we can do that pretty easy with our +2 lockpick. Or not. Well, we have a +2 from our skill, which I keep forgetting what to look up, whether it's discipline or precision, but we have +2 on either one, so I'm not worried about looking it up. And then a +2 lockpick that we use. So that's a 4 +2 for 6 +1 for 7. So we just made it on that lock. Inside we have a secret compartment that has stuff in it. There's a small box of trinkets here. Inside is a glass orb, an acorn, and a black feather. I believe we have some of that already on our sheet, or I sold it last time. I don't remember. Let's find out. We got some black feathers. There's a glass orb. So we're going to mark 2x glass orb, mark 2x black feathers, and a small box, or increase our small boxes to 8. Should have sold those. Let's move over here and see what's through this archway. So passing through this archway, we enter into a small room here. Not small, but smaller. It's another stone tomb. Simple stone sarcophagus with the space. The surface is rough with no markings. Unlike last time, we're looking at it. The lid gets pushed open and a mummy comes out of this one. Okay, started combat round 1. We have our attack on the mummy. And I forgot to check for the axe again, so I guess that's just gone. I'm going to start remembering stuff, but if I keep retconning my forgetfulness, I'll never get better. Axe is gone. We'll just delete it right now off the sheet. Find a new one later. Top round 1, our turn here. Let's go ahead and swing. I'm going to start with a 6-3, and we'll move that 3 into a 4. primary 6s do suffer a -3 damage, so we're going to get a -1 on our attack roll here. 2 points of damage. Bringing him to 13 health. Mummy's turn for round 1. We have 4/4, 2 shifts. We cannot turn that into a hit. Top of round 2, our turn to swing at the mummy. And we have a 3/4. 2 shifts is not quite enough for us to make a maneuver. We're going to go to the mummy's turn. If he can hit us. That's a 4/4. And 2 shifts is not going to work for him either. On to our turn for round 3 here. That's a 2/2, and round 3 2/2 is not a hit. The mummy's turn for round 3. Again with the 4/4. Next round, 4/4 will be a hit. This round, no. Round 4 in our turn with 1 extra shift for a total of 3 shifts this round. And a 3/4. And 3 shifts is enough to turn that 3 into a 5 and a 4 into a 3. Create a lunging thrust. And 11 points of damage. Bringing him down to 2 health. Mummy's turn for round 4. A 5/3 and 3 shifts. We can shift that 3 into a 1 using 2 shifts. And that 5 into a 6 with a 1 shift, create a body barrel. We have the breastplate and bandage shield, both with a primary 6 modifier on them, so this should do -3 damage. And the body barrel has a -2, so this is a d6 -5 total, and that's a 0 points of damage. Round 5 in our turn here to go an exact strike. 5/3 lunging thrust. We have +4 shift, so it's a total of +9 damage, and we maxed it out. That's gonna bring him to dead. Before we do the body search, let's add our XP here. +90, 1660. So we're gonna body search the mummy and then check the sarcophagus. Around the creature's forearm is a silver bracelet worth 3d6 silver. Not very much silver. It is set with 2 large medium quality rubies. I'm wondering, since it puts those separate, the bracelet, if we're able to take the rubies out, sell them separate, which I wouldn't want to sell them separate. I would want to put them into my other necklace that has spots for it. Let's see what we got there. Kinda should just do it. We got 2 rubies there, and we just found 2 more rubies. So let's use all 4 rubies. They're all medium quality. Leave us with the low quality sapphire. We'll put all 4 rubies into our amulet. 7. Pop the gems into place, but nothing happens. We remove them and keep the gems. Could have been so much worse. I suppose that's okay. We have 4 4 medium quality gems. Let's head back over here to this one. Heading through this archway, we enter into the final room of this dungeon level. What we find is a glass tomb. In the center of the room is a glass case that displays a skeleton. There is a ring on its finger. It's safely assumed that either that skeleton's alive and or that ring is magical. But also, if I smash the glass, that is going to make a lot of noise. Hell with it. Let's smash it. Let's see what we get. What kind of patrol can there be? What's the worst that could happen here, huh? And we end up drawing a patrol as one of these guys. One last fight before we leave this level. Amoratic. Blinded and insane, the Amoratic have a heightened sense of hearing, guided by Navigator. They wander down the crypt levels to avoid persecution of domain guards. Top combat round 1, our turn here. We're gonna chuck a dagger at his face, or knife at his face. Throw one of these knives. not the +1, the regulars. The interrupts for Emeratics is a sonic block, primary 1s, 2s, and 6s. They get -1 damage, so they are going to take 3 damage from our dagger. We just our knife that we threw at it. They have a twisting prod for maneuver, for 4-1. Let's take that off of there quick, because I keep forgetting to turn it back in anyway. Their interrupt will affect our heavy slash, and our breastplate will help with their twisting prod. Dagger thrown at him for 3 points of damage, bringing him down to 11. And now we start combat. Regular sword attack, and we are off on a exact heavy slash hit. We will deal a d6 +1 due to their interrupt, 3 points of damage, bringing him down to 8. Over to his turn for round 1. A 4 and a 6 is not shiftable into any maneuvers. Start round 2, our turn. We get to attack. They 1-6, and that is not helpful for us. Over his turn. A 2-3. They have 1 shift, and they're not gonna turn that into anything either. Top of round 3, our turn. Dice fell out of the thing. We have a 1-2, which is a miss. Emeratics turn. A 2-3 is not going to hit. Over round 4, our turn. We do have an extra shift, so with 3 shifts we can turn that 2 into a 5 to make for a lunging thrust, and no interrupts to block it. So we have a total of 7 points of damage, bringing him down to only 1 health left. On his turn for round 4, 2 shifts. We have 6-1, and with 2 shifts we can turn that 6 into a 4 to make a twisting prod. That will be a d6 -1 due to our breastplate. 5 points of damage, bringing us to 44. Our turn here for round 5, we get a 5-6. Have force. We're able to turn that 6 into a 3 to make for another lunging thrust. 8 points of damage, making him dead. Alright, we get to check this ring. We get to get our experience points, and it looks like he's got a pouch. So let's add our XP first. Brings our XP up to 1704, and then we will check the pouch he's carrying. There are some coins in the pouch. A d6 +2 silver and a d6 gold. We'll use the red to be the silver. So 5 silver pieces and 2 gold pieces. That on there brings us to 50 and 91. And we get an extra pouch. Always use more pouches. Get the Emeratics card out of the way, and then see what this ring looks like. Where is it? MR1. There it is. Magic ring table. We got a ring of telekinesis, where magic rings go on our sheet. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to put the ring of telekinesis on the additional notes section, and you guys can help me in the comments as to where it's supposed to go if that's the wrong spot. So we have come to the end of our dungeon. There is a set of steps down, and so I'm gonna stop here. I'll do the resting on the steps or going down to the next floor. I'll eat some rations. I don't need to heal, but I still need to eat or else I'll start fatiguing. And like I said at the beginning, I would like to get some feedback whether to continue using Talespire for the next floor or switch back to Arkenforge. I don't want to switch partially through a floor. I wanted to give Talespire a try, see how it worked, and I like it. So let me know which way you guys like as well. We will continue our next session on the entryway of the Haunted level 4. Thank you for staying till the end, and have a good night.